First, I want to say happy Christmas Eve, and I hope you all are doing well. So, I haven't been on here in a long time. I've been so busy with work and like what Christmas consists of and what we should be thankful for and different things like that. So, I feel like at the end of a year and into the beginning of the next year, not liturgically, just in the spirit or sense of this year, or years, I'm sorry. Um, I feel like we don't always thank God for everything He's bestowed upon us in that year. So I just want to go into detail and thank Him for things I'm thankful for. Well, I was almost in a wreck the other day, so I'm thankful that that I'm still alive. But there's many things that we've been blessed with, and I think someone's texting me. I think 2024 has been a really good year. And I'm really excited to go to 2025. I think it's a good little year, like 2025. And besides, Trump will be the president, so that'll be great. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was like Jesus's birth. And just like a little meditation before you go into the day or night or, whatever you do to celebrate it. So like my depiction or my meditation on Jesus would be like, Jesus was born in a stable, so it wasn't very comfortable. As far as I'm concerned, it probably wasn't like at all. So it's like this, stable. And we see that there was no room for them in the inn. And, oh, Becky. Hi, Becky. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he was born in a stable, and they weren't welcome in the inn. So we can just see like this devastation. Okay. So like the Blessed Mother, Mary, she's pregnant. She, needs a place to have this baby. And we would say like Jesus being God would like be born into a like rich palace and have all the luxuries in the world, but he chose to be born poor for us to show that, I think personally that it's to show that we are not made for this world. So he was born in a stable in Bethlehem. And Thomas, what did you send? And he, was born of a virgin, and he became man in this stable. So like my meditation of this is like when they were getting the hay ready and straw or whatever for Jesus, that like the animals still needed to eat, right? And he was on top of like where they were eating. So like as they lay the infant Jesus down on the straw or the hay or whatever, they start like pulling things out from under him because they still need food. I don't know. I just thought that was always like the cutest thing because it's just so neat. And then, I'm sorry, I didn't really plan that much to talk about today, but I just wanted to talk because I haven't been on in a while too. So anyway, so can you think of some things that you are grateful for and going into the new year, you're glad they happened? So like, I'm trying to think of mine. Well, I am. Okay, so I'm very grateful for my car Stag because I got it in June, and that was just a very big priority at the time, and I just really needed... Nobody listened to these comments. Nobody listened to these comments or look at these comments. They're crazy. But yeah, so like I got my car in June, and it was a brand new car. I've never had a brand new car, so that is just like a plus. It is a Honda Accord 2024. So I like just got it. And it was just such a blessing because at the time I had this other car and it was just breaking down like constantly. And so I got this new car, like new car, and it was just so great. And I'm so thankful for it. And it's been running like a champ. So good news there. But yeah, and somebody brought up to me a little while ago, actually it's like a long while ago, but she was talking about how we always think about Jesus during Christmas, but we don't always think about Mary, like what her dispositions were, like what. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit today too. So what was Mary like? Okay, so Mary's soul reflected God. So she was like, she wasn't God, but her soul was so close to God because she was so good and pure and holy. So I would say like she was just like beautiful. And we see like different like pictures and stuff of Mary, but like, do they actually like depict her beauty? Like, she was probably really beautiful and she had no defects. So like, she was just like this perfect person. Which is interesting because God wouldn't have picked anyone else to have a son because she was very holy. So I'm just trying to think of how to explain this. So she was just very holy and pure and everything. And I meditate on Mary sometimes because like leading up to the Annunciation, she had like a really good life and it was very pure. Like she had the Immaculate Conception, of course, where she is in her mother's womb and she is completely free of sin and everything. And then as far as I know, like when she was like of age, they presented her in the temple and they wanted her to be a virgin for life because, or else she did. Don't quote me on this, but like because God had let Anne and Joachim have a child from an old age that they consecrated her to be a virgin. I'm not really sure if that's true or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. And so we just know she was a virgin and she, kept that status and she had Jesus. I would say when she gave birth to the Son of God, she was just like so happy. And you can like she wasn't just like in pain. In fact, they say she didn't have any pain because she didn't, because when God gave that curse or whatever to Adam and Eve, it was because of their sin. So when she had Jesus, she didn't have pain. And so like, we can just tell like, she was just like overjoyed. Imagine you give birth to the Son of God and like, you're just overjoyed because it's like receiving communion, but like seeing it. And it's just really interesting. Love God, everyone. I love God. But it's just really interesting because when we receive communion, we're receiving the same Jesus that was in her womb for 9 months. So it's like it comes in us. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact everything. Like God is with us. And that's one thing I have been wanting to talk about actually is when you receive communion, you're receiving God. And I know it sounds ridiculous because everyone knows that, but I really don't think they do. Like, I think that when you receive God, it's the same God that's in heaven. It's the same God that you will see in heaven. So it's just, it's him. And I just feel like a lot of people don't know that. And Father Mike Schmitz, who's this priest who's pretty cool, he was the one who actually brought that to mind for me. He was like, I told my family one day, like, what you're receiving Holy Communion, that's God. And they were like, oh, we know that. And he was like, no, like it's actually God. So the next time you go to communion, whoever goes, just remember that you're receiving God and you're receiving everything that you need. Anyway, so I'm not going to talk too long. I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, I got to go here soon. I'm actually going to this thing. It's called Midnight Mass, and it legitly starts at 12 a.m. And it's like, I don't know who made this up, but it's the coolest thing. We drive to church in the middle of the night, and we just receive Jesus and sing carols and have Mass. So, yeah, I encourage you guys to do some kind of service for Jesus. I don't know why. Something happened to my messages. But yeah, so these are my earrings I bought. I don't know if you can see them, but they're beautiful. They're actually green. And I bought a green dress. So thanks to my brother. I'm probably going to take back the green dress after I wear it, just to be completely honest, because I don't have money for this stuff. Although I might keep it. We'll see. But it's really pretty. I'll have to post pictures on YouTube or whatever of them, of me, I'm sorry, in the dress. But yeah, so, and then I just want to talk about that motivation thing, M for motivation, that I was talking about like a couple times before I was on, like when I was on here, how you take the energy that you have, the energy it takes for you, the frustration, the I can't do this. Like when you have that and you're running, or actually in any aspect of life, take that strength and just push yourself with it. It's not really that hard to explain, but like it's just like when I feel like, say I'm running and I like want to stop, I use that motivation. So like I'm running and I want to stop, right? But then you just use that motivation or use that like push to push forward. Also, oh my gosh, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. But speaking of like mind and things, I'm on this thing. So it's called Plexus, Plexus, I think. It is like the most amazing thing. My sister-in-law got me on it. And for all of y'all that know I'm on medication, like it will help this. Like I really need to get off medication, but it basically restarts your gut. And so you're like a new person. The reason I'm doing it is because if it restarts my gut, then it will restart like everything in my mind and stuff. And hopefully that it will restart like the serotonin and things. I don't know, and pray for me that this works, but I don't know if it'll work or not. And it's just hard. It's really hard. But yeah, so Merry Christmas, everyone. And I don't know if I'll have time to get on tomorrow. I have a lot of things I have to do. But I would say, so like, if you want to like have your Christmas really profitable, spend some time with God. Just spend some time, go anywhere really, but somewhere like kind of quiet, because he was born in the stillness of the night, and just pour your heart out to him and just really have some alone, quiet, loving time with God. And I think that's what we really need to do this Christmas, other than receiving communion, of course. I think we need to spend time with God. We need to like take in the moment of Christmas and let him pour forth his love to us and bask in that moment. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. God bless. Bye.